Hey peeps, back. So, I wanted to do this video for a long time. I'm wearing my bride shirt today so I could share with you the makeup that I took with me during our week of wedding and what other items I still recommend if you are getting married, this year, next year, whatever it might be. I will show you my favorite items that I've used before the wedding and also during it. Just a reminder, we were in a humid climate. We were in Mexico and it was 70, 80 degrees every single day. I wanted something that was foolproof, sweat proof, waterproof as much as I can to make sure it doesn't melt off my face. And I apologize about my voice. It's allergies. It's killing me. Okay, I'm not going to make a huge big introduction. I just want to let you know I'm going to link everything down below that I've used so it's easy for you to access it. I will try to find where's the cheapest place and post that for you as well. Anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's start. Okay, so the first category, I always start with my eyes first in any makeup because I always do glitters usually on my eyes and I don't want that to fall on my face. So I always start with my eyes. Start out with is MAC. This is the Pro Longwear Paint Pot and this one is in soft ochre. I love this stuff. It's a pot like that, so you just kind of rub it in and put it on your eyes. I like it because it doesn't melt off. It's like a foundation. It's like a concealer foundation for your eyes. So I really love that. Put that as a base before I do any of my eyeshadow. Definitely huge bonus. This actually stays in my travel bag and I take it with me wherever we go if it's humid or not. All right, so for eyeshadow palettes, I used two different ones when I was there. So I had the Too Faced Teddy Bear palettes. I wanted something slim. This is very thin actually, and very small compared to, don't worry about this. This is my cat and we were playing. But this is really easy to travel with, very small, but it has all the colors that I really enjoy. So it had these amazing colors. So you have some browns here, a couple of pink and purple, and then some dark eyeshadow to darken your eyeshadow. This was perfect for me during the day. Super easy. I use these three colors as my base and a little bit in my crease, and then I deepened it with the other shadows. And this one, it might look like a blush to you, but I use it as an eyeshadow, so it's perfect there. This was fantastic, easy to travel with. Too Faced palettes do stay on my eyes really, really well. The other palette that I had was the Lorac Pro. This one, again, slim. I was looking for something really thin to travel with because we were traveling overseas and I didn't want to take as much, I guess. But of course, it's my wedding week, so I want to look pretty all the time. But I wanted something that was easy to travel with. So I got this one. This one was fantastic too because it has all your basics. This row is matte and this row is shimmer. So if I wanted to match any of those, this was so perfect. I use this mostly for nighttime just because the colors are a little bit darker. So I really like that. You have your black here. So in case you don't want to do a harsh eyeliner, I just used the tip of my eyeshadow brush and I did just a eyeliner with my shadow, so it wasn't super harsh. Love, love, love this palette. I discovered how good it was in this trip and I'm so excited to take it on more trips. And I love that it's so slim. I can't tell you that enough. It's amazing. The other two eyeshadow palettes that I've thought about was Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Sultry palette. Oh, this is a beautiful, let me make sure. It's so pretty. I love the shimmers. If you can't tell, I'm going ham on this one. Love this eyeshadow palette. I've actually seen a lot of people use it for their wedding. So if you're looking for that, you have your basics here, and then you could have all these different shimmers that if you want to use. Also, it has that black one, so you could do the eyeshadow liner. Love, love, love. Anastasia Beverly Hills is fantastic with its lasting power. The other one that I really enjoy their lasting power is Urban Decay. And this palette, I got it to travel with. It's called Born to Run. So it's a traveling palette. It's just so heavy. It's slim, but it's heavy. Like if you compare it to the Lorac one, this one is slimmer, but very similar. And if you were an adventurous bride, I wasn't super adventurous to be honest, but look at all these amazing, amazing colors. I did think about taking this with me to use these fun eyeshadow colors during our honeymoon. So I might take that on our like big honeymoon later this year, just to play up all these colors. Are so much fun. I love Urban Decay eyeshadows. That one also has amazing stay power. So these are the 4 palettes that I recommend. Lorac, Anastasia, Urban Decay are fantastic with their stain power, as well as Too Faced. During the day though, or I'm sorry, during the nights, I wanted something a little pow. So I picked up some of these like eyeshadow. This one is from Tarte. It's very sparkly and I love that. I would show you, but I have nails and it's hard to dip in there. Beautiful, beautiful sparkle. As well as the Butter London also eyeshadow, and this is so pretty. If you can't tell, I've used this quite a bit. I love these two. These will give you that extra pow that you want. And if you're doing any sparkly eyeshadows on your lid or anything like that, always put a glitter glue on. That's what they call it. This one is the NYX Glitter Primer. This makes my eyeshadow last so much longer. It has like an extra tacky spot that the eyeshadow adheres to. So I really, really love that. I think this is $6. I use it every day at home, and I also take it with me when I'm traveling. So this is perfect. Also, I will talk about lashes. So this has been the strip lash adhesive that I used. This is the Kiss. And for the brands, I really, really like both of these. I like Kiss and I like Ardell. They're cheap. Find them in the drugstore. Sorry, I've used a couple of these and put them back. But my makeup artist didn't have lashes. So good thing I brought some with me. And I brought this with me. So she was able to put on my fake lashes. I think she used this one, the natural Ardell one. It added a little bit of volump to my eyelashes. But it was fantastic. So make sure to take some with you just in case. I had brought them with me to wear rehearsal dinner or something like that. But honestly, I tried and it was just, I was trying to run out the door and we were running late. So I didn't end up using that. So I'm glad it came in handy for the wedding. Okay, for eyeliner, I recommend anything that is, again, waterproof, sweatproof. You're gonna cry at one point, hopefully happy tears. So that's what I wanted to make sure. I'm very sensitive, so I do cry. So the Stila liners are beautiful. They are budge proof for sure. The other one that I got introduced to this year is the Too Faced Color Liner. And this one is in Stingray, which is a black. This one is a brown one, and Killer Espresso. These are so pretty. I took a lighter color to wear during the day. I loved it. It did not melt. It did not fall under my eyes, nothing like that. And this one was perfect for nighttime. So really, really recommend those two lines. If you want something fun, this one is Jordana eyeliner. I think I got this from Walgreens. It was like $2 or $3. I like fun pops of color like that, like in case I just wanted to do just a regular, brown, golden eyeshadow and I just wanted to pop a color. This is perfect. So really, really like those. Have a good staying power as well. And for liquid liner, this is the only one I took with me. This one is a Too Faced Better Than Sex eyeliner. Love it. It has a felt tip liner here. Beautiful. It was waterproof. Nothing melted off my face, even though I was like tearing up and crying and all of that during all our like little events, but nothing, no budge. Love it. I'm gonna use it every time. Mascara. So that was the only mascara I took. This one is the Monsieur Big Lancome mascara. This one is in waterproof. I've used the regular one and I absolutely love it. It gives me really nice lashes. So I made sure to buy the waterproof one before we left for the wedding, just because I know myself. And that's the only one I used every single day, morning, night. It was perfect. It didn't crust and it wasn't like hard to reapply, which is something that I look forward in a mascara, because if I put it on in the morning and I want to replenish for nighttime, I want it to look good. So this was beautiful. 100% recommend it. I'm also going to put this one up here. This one is the Grande Lashes. That's actually the one I have on today, and I always get compliments like I have fake lashes, and I love that. So this one I definitely recommend. I just forgot to grab it. So I'm going to put a picture up here. Love it, but it's not waterproof. So depends on your personality. See if you like that or not. I did like this one because it was waterproof, but if you could tell, nothing smears off at the bottom from it. So I really like that one as well. Okay, also for the eye area is brows. I just use the Essence Make Me Brow brow mascara. This one is in the color Brownie Brows. These are $2-3. They're perfectly fine. They work great. I just don't really do much with my eyebrows. I have a good arch, so I just put a little mascara on it and it's good to go just to frame the face. It's perfect. So really love that. Okay, if you also wanted to add a va-va-voom to your lashes, I forgot about this one. This one is the Lancome Seal Booster XL. I took this with me. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really use it much, but if you want to, it really helps with the lashes, make them amazing. That was everything we used for the eyes. Okay, now the face. Okay, so for the face, you always want to prime your face. So that is super, super important, especially with the humidity. So with that, I actually used SPF as my primer. These were amazing. So this one is the Murad. That one is oil-free mattifier. This one is Tula Skincare, which is a protect and glow. So it kind of depended on the time of day. So I use this actually during the day to make sure I'm not oily, because the sun is out, it's noon, you know, like you're having your makeup throughout the day. We were welcoming people as they're coming in. So I didn't want to look slobbery, gross, sweaty mess. So I use this stuff. Beautiful, great. It mattified without it being so drying, because I do have dry skin, but in the humid climate, it was a little bit oily. It wasn't terrible because it was end of April. It wasn't like July or anything like that. So this was beautiful. So if you have dry skin, but you know you're going to be in a humid climate, this is so amazing. So I really love that. And then for towards, you know, dinner is like around 5 o'clock. So you're still wearing sunscreen. I used this one because it had the glow in it. So it gave me that glow from within, you know, that bridal glow that everybody talks about. So I really, really like this one as well as my primer. This was beautiful. The other one that I could tell you to prime with, and I'm going to post a picture here. This one is the Hourglass Vanishing Primer. I really love that. That one is a good recommendation. Okay, so going in with primer still. So primer, so I did that sunscreen, and then I used the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. This is worth every penny. I almost bought the little one just to try it, but the little one was like this big. And for the price, I thought the bigger one is a much better deal. And this is so beautiful. I can't like explain. So it looks like foundation, okay? But it is actually a glow, that glow from within again that we like so much. So do you see that little glow right there? So beautiful under the skin, under foundation. So if I was using the sunscreen and I still wanted more, this was beautiful. Or if I didn't want to use the sunscreen and I just use this stuff as a primer, so fantastic. This is huge. They're starting to talk about it more, using it for weddings, and I could see why. This definitely gives you that glow from within. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I used it morning and night, mostly nighttime, to kind of bring my skin alive. I love it. So honestly, if you want anything that is going to make you like glow, this is the stuff. I'm looking at everything that I have. I'm like, this was just the star of the show. So really love that. Prime with that. With foundation though, so in the morning, I wanted to use a BB cream, something kind of light that didn't feel cakey or foundation-y or anything like that. I was very surprised by this, guy. So this is the Urban Decay, the Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. I thought I was going to take with me something mattifying, but this, when I was trying it for 2 or 3 weeks before we left for the wedding, I just love the coverage it gave me. It was like a BB cream, but it was a little bit more coverage, but it didn't feel like a foundation. And it was beautiful. And this one is in 50 medium. And I forgot to tell you my Charlotte Tilbury. This one is in 4.5 medium. This one is more like my tan kind of skin, but even if you're not that dark, like even if I used it today, it's perfect. It just gives you that instant glow underneath, like you just got tan. But back to the Urban Decay. This guy was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Loved it. This one is 1.1 ounces. Again, this was a great hydrator. It has kombucha and marula oil, and I didn't feel like it was melting off my face. It actually stuck really well to my face. And it was perfect again during the morning when it's crazy hot. So I really love that. Really recommend that. It was a complete surprise actually for how much I liked it. And we're probably going to be going on more vacations here this year, and I'm definitely going to be taking this with me. I love it. I think it could actually last through a whole day at Disney. So we'll see. Okay, the other foundations that I took with me was actually for full coverage, which was the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. And this one is in the color Golden Neutral. That's my color. It's my tan color. And I did get a little bit tan while we're there, but now that I'm back, it's kind of starting to wear off. I really, really like this. I didn't think that was going to be the one that I was going to take with me, but I kept trying it. I've used it before, like last summer and the summer before, and it just gives you really nice, flawless coverage. I used it with a light hand. This one, I would say, is a medium to full coverage. I used it with a light hand during like the nights, like on our rehearsal night and other night that we're going out to dinner with our family. It was really beautiful, covered really well, covered any kind of imperfection. I actually didn't need to conceal very much with it. So I really, really recommend that. And I thought if worse comes to worse, if something goes bad and I have to do my own makeup for the wedding, this I would have totally, depended on it. It was beautiful. So really like that to bring it up to that full coverage. So the other two that I recommend if you are on a budget, Milani Conceal and Perfect. This is so beautiful. This is $11. It's a 2-in-1 foundation and concealer, so kind of like the Clinique, but it gives you, every time I use this, my friends say that I have a porcelain doll like face, just perfect, no imperfection, and I really enjoy this one. This one does give you medium to full coverage as well. It is waterproof and sweat proof, so I do enjoy this one a lot. This one is 03 Light Beige. That's my summer color. Okay, so I picked up this foundation before we left, but I decided not to take it with me, which was the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation, because I thought this might be, it's perfect for pictures, so beautiful, but I just thought it might not be enough coverage. And the joke's on me, because the makeup artist that did my makeup for the wedding used this one, which I thought was hilarious that I didn't bring it with me, but she used it on my wedding day. And I do love it, but to be honest, I thought it actually broke quite a bit earlier than I had hoped for the wedding. So this is beautiful. If you are the wedding guest, this is fantastic. But as the bride, I didn't think it lasted that long. But for a bridal shower or a rehearsal dinner, beautiful. Takes really good pictures with it. It's amazing. So I like that one. That one is Punjab is the color. I think the one she used on me was actually a tad bit lighter color than this one. But it worked out really, like it looked really good. I feel like it started breaking down more like towards the end of the night when we're dancing and all of that. And that's where powders come into play. I actually have quite a few powders. But let me talk about concealer first. So the two concealers that I took with me was the Tarte Ultra Creamy and the Nars Radiant. The Tarte is in color 35H. That's my summer color. And this one is in custard for the Nars. Use this in the morning, use this at night. This is beautiful, non-drying, but very light concealer. It's not very heavy when you put it on, but it gives you really good coverage. Loved it during the day. It wasn't heavy. It concealed everything. It was perfect. I will be using this for the rest of the summer and when I'm traveling. Really love it. Tarte. I also take this one while I'm traveling. This one was perfect for nighttime if I wanted more coverage, if I wanted to look like that porcelain doll look. This was, oh, this is the one I use every day pretty much. I love it. If I wanted to last all day long, that's the concealer I use. And if I did my own makeup for the wedding, this is the concealer I would have used. So I really recommend that. Lasts a long time. It covers everything. It does seem heavy, but for my dry skin, that's why I got the ultra creamy one because it is heavier, but man, it looks flawless. So really, really recommend that. Perfect for weddings. Okay, so to set my under eye, I actually use the Laura Mercier powder. This one is in translucent. It's called the loose setting powder. I think this one, yeah, I took a little one with me, but that's what it looks like. As you can see, it has like a hint of yellow, and that's what I like about it for the under eye. It doesn't crease. It's perfect for that. So that is what I used. I've seen other YouTubers use this for the entire face, and I could see why. I don't like it that much for the rest of the face. I feel like it's a little bit drying for me, but if you are like normal skin, this would be perfect for all day long. But for me, for the dry skin, this was fantastic for under the eye, but I use other stuff for the face. So during the day, I use the Bare Mineral Mineral Veil, and this one is the original with SPF. I really did not want to change my skin color so much. I didn't want to get so tan where all the makeup that I brought with me wouldn't match me. But I was, anticipating that I'm going to get a little bit tan, but that's why I was really religious about using SPF throughout the time. So under my foundation and on top, and of course this doesn't wear all day. So it was perfect when I first put on the makeup. It was great if it was around at lunchtime and we're stepping, in the room, and I would put some of that on again just because it kept it really nice. When people were coming in, I just looked fresh throughout the days. For the rest of the time though, the other powders that I took with me because I'm a little excessive was 3 of them. Okay, so the first one is the Dior Powder. This one is a number 2 neutral. I can't tell you how beautiful it is. It's close to my skin tone. You can't even like look how it melts into the skin on top of that Charlotte Tilbury. This was beautiful. So I was watching one of my other YouTubers that I really enjoy, and she has been talking about this powder for months. I'm like, okay, fine. If I'm gonna, spend my money, I'm gonna spend it for my wedding week. So that's what I did. I got this and it's so pretty. So if I had my makeup on, again, towards the afternoon, if people were coming in and maybe I didn't want to wear my SPF one, or even at nighttime, go into dinner, I would always put this on top of my foundation because it just smoothed everything. It made your foundation look like it's back together if it was starting, to break down. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I can't wait to just use it with just like on top of the Charlotte Tilbury maybe one time here in the summer just to see how it wears. But I didn't leave for the wedding week without it. I really love that. This one was also a nice surprise. This one was Charlotte Tilbury. This one is in color medium. It is, 2 medium. It's the Airbrush Flawless. I have actually also used this for under my eye. That was beautiful. If I was in a rush, I use this for my face and my under eye. So it did both. I really, really like that. I actually had a small little sample that I took with me, but I wanted to show you the big one. It is so, I wish you could feel it. I mean, you could actually see it. It's very, very smooth, very beautiful. It's not cakey. You don't feel like you're putting powder on where your face feels like that. So this was absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to use it more in the summer. This one, I could not leave on any trip without it. So this is the Bye Bye Pores pressed powder. I have this little sample that I had gotten from Sephora, but I do have the big one of it. And oh my God, this guy like is just like, do you see those crystals in it? Oh my God, I love it. So this one adds to the crystal doll look. If I want to look perfect for any night event, I always put this on. If we're going on a nice date night or a wedding or a big event, this is what I go with. I took the other powders with me just to use throughout the day, but nighttime, this guy is life. Like, out of everything that I would recommend, this is my top 5 for sure. Okay, so that was everything for our foundation. So let's go into blush and bronzer. I was trying to minimize how much I took with me. So I took the Hourglass. This one is the Ambient Light Edit Universe palette. They come out with these every winter. They come out with a palette. It's $80. So I always wait until the sale. And I've been looking at them for years. I finally broke down last year and I got one. I'm like, okay, I had gift cards for my birthday that I saved up. So I'm going to get it for that. This year I went and got it. So that was 2 years ago. This one was last year because it came out in November. Love that. So this is what it looks like. So it has a finishing powder here. It has 2 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlighter. I took this with us when we went on a trip in October, and it is kind of bulky for sure. It really is. But if you just want to take one item, like if we're traveling again for the end of the year, this is what I'm going to take with me. I'm not going to really fuss with other things because these blushes are perfect. The bronzer is fantastic. The highlight is not up to my standard, but I really do like it. Like if you're on vacation, you don't want to look extra glam. This was perfect. So I used this in the morning and it was beautiful. Love that. But the other items that I would recommend, so for blush, honestly, nothing tops Tarte blushes. I've tried different blushes. Tarte blushes are the best. They stay on so well and so long that it's my favorite. I don't think, it says it's Amazonian clay 12-hour blush. 100% agree with that statement. I don't think it's like sweat proof, but honestly it stays really well. This one is in Prim. This color was pretty because I didn't take it with me, but it's great for every day. I'm almost done with it, if you can't tell. I have actually finished up a whole one of these. This is the second one that I'm finishing up. They had these stacks last year around Christmas time, and I think I got it after Christmas on sale. Holy crap. I took 2 of them with me because it has your highlighter, beautiful. It has a blush, and it has a bronzer. So I just took 2 of these stacks with me, and that's what I used the whole time too when I was there. If I didn't want to use my Hourglass, or if I was leaving my Hourglass for nighttime, this was my morning one. I loved it. The highlighter is it's quite a bit better than the Hourglass. It's definitely more shimmery. Blush is beautiful. Bronzer is great. If you can't tell here on the sides, I've definitely used them. So I really hope they still sell these, because for the 3 stacks, I think they were $35 or something. And if you find a deal on them, it's even better. These were perfect. They're a little bit, bulky, but if you like one of them, or if you want to just take 2 of them and not take the Hourglass, these are great. I really, really enjoyed these. And then for the other bronzers that I use and I recommend, the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Beautiful. This has been around for 10 years maybe, because I know I heard about it when I was still in pharmacy school. So, so pretty. I contoured with that because I didn't want a super harsh contour. So this was fantastic. Light hand, beautiful, really hard to mess up, to be honest. So that's why I took it with me, because if I was in a hurry, I just want to put it on and get out. And we were in a hurry the whole time because there was something happening the whole time. It was so funny. I will tell you this funny thing. So my husband, He was like, I thought we're on vacation. I thought that's why we did a destination wedding. I'm like, no, honey. Everybody else is on vacation. We're on a work trip. We have places to be and things to do while everybody else is hanging out in the pool and drinking margaritas. But yes, this guy was so beautiful. I loved it. They have a milk chocolate from it, so if you're a lighter skin tone, you would really like that. I just stuck with the chocolate soleil because it's perfect. It says it's medium to deep matte bronzer. If you went in with a light hand, it was totally fine. Loved that. That one never leaves my travel bag. And then the other one is Tarte. This one is Park Avenue Princess. This one is really nice too. I did use this one as bronzing, not contouring. The other one was contouring. This one is bronzing. It was so beautiful. It's beautiful color, as you could tell. And see, like you can't even tell, which is amazing. So it just kind of gave you that little sun, you know, around the frame of your face, and it was perfect. Really like that as well. And the highlighter, this was an extra one that I took because I'm extra when it comes to highlighter. This is Jouer. This is the powder highlighter in Skinny Dip. Ooh, you can see my mirror here. Oh my God. So pretty. This was, oh my gosh, do you see this? Do you see this? Oh, I love highlight. Oh my God. And like that golden color, golden champagne is more what I go for, not so much of the pink ones. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I got this in like a set with other things, so I took this one with me. Love that for highlighter. After we put all this beautiful face prettiness, we're amazing looking, we got to make sure to set it so it doesn't go anywhere. So setting sprays. I had used this one. This is a Too Faced Peach Mist. This is mattifying setting spray. It's so funny. I love this. Shake me, baby. I really enjoy this. This guy, I took it with me just because I knew it was going to be humid. So in the morning, I set my face with this one to make sure nothing melts, nothing goes away. It's beautiful. It's not super mattifying. It was perfect, and it smells like peach. Oh my God, it smells so good. So I actually do take this with me for traveling in the summer. Like if we're going to Disney, Orlando, anything like that in the summer, this is what I'm setting my face with. I absolutely love it. Sometimes before, I use the Urban Decay All-Nighter. This is my true love. I have been taking this traveling, and I use it at home all the time. This is a cold, cold favorite. Out of everything that I take with me, this never leaves my travel bag. Love this one. This one is an all-nighter. It lasts a super long time. So sometimes if I'm a little extra, which I was that whole week, I'll admit it, I used this stuff and waited until it kind of settled and it wasn't wet anymore. And then I went in with this one on top of it because I didn't want it to melt. So I was like double whaming it here to make sure my face stayed on. I put all this work into it. And then the only reason I took a whole bag of other full stuff item was this guy. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless setting spray. Oh my God. Oh my God. So during the day, this was beautiful because if you put it on your face, you don't want it to melt. If you spray this on, this makes the face stay exactly how you put it on 2 or 3 hours ago. Nothing creases, nothing melts. It stays exactly how you put it on. So if I had to do my makeup for the wedding, I would have 100% used this one on top of this one. Those two are like magic made in heaven. Love them, love them, love them. This stuff, I was trying to see if I could find the travel size of it, but it was all sold out before we left. So I made sure to take this one with me. It's fantastic if you want your face to stay the same the whole day. Oh my gosh. And the mister on it is so beautiful. Oh, and it doesn't have a strong scent, but it does have a little bit of a scent where the Urban Decay one doesn't. But I absolutely recommend this. So anyways, so this was the whole face stuff. Now moving on to the lips. Okay, so for lips, we wanted to make sure everything stayed the same. So lip liner is a must. This one was one of my favorite. This one is the Makeup Forever one. They are wooden. So that's what's kind of annoying about it, because if you used it, you know, you'd have to take a sharpener with you, so that's the kind of annoying part. But any of the creamy lip liners, I just didn't feel like they lasted very long. So the pencil ones are really good. And for lipstick, so in the morning, I did sometimes use a lip liner, but not all the time. But I always used these. So these are the Buxom, the lip creams. This one is in White Russian, cult favorite. If you can't tell, I used probably a third of it by now, and I have a backup. This is beautiful just to like, it doesn't have much of a color. This is the Kim Kardashian, you know, lip right here. And it was pretty if I just put the lip liner and then this on top of it. It's a plumper, so it really helped like look like you have juicy lips. It was so pretty. Love these. I took a couple of them. That one and Dolly, I think, was the other one that I took with me. And I really like those colors. Okay, so for lipstick though, which are the Jacqueline Cosmetic lip ones, these are really good, but they're really drying. So I always made sure to put chapstick on before I put these on, and I could even skip the lip liner with them. Really, really like those, but definitely put chapstick on or else it's going to dry your lips so bad. But it stayed matte, it stayed through dinner, nothing rubbed off. It was beautiful. And these are in Control, and that one is Outspoken. So there's a lighter color and a darker color for dinner time. So I took those. And then the other one that I had was the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte. This is actually the one that I have on right now. Oops, sorry. So pretty. Love it. I love matte lips, especially before dinner, because I don't want it to be creamy and just like come up here or up here while you're eating. I hate that. So this is so beautiful. I love this one. This one is in Trendsetter. So pretty. For my other lipsticks that I had the options for, there's the Pat McGrath lipsticks. These are so nice. This one is in Soft Core, and this one is in Fever Dream. These were beautiful. They have a really good staying power. So I use those for the other nights. So pretty. Or even during the day, if I didn't feel like just like putting on the plumper. This was so pretty. Love these, the Pat McGrath. I got these in like bags that they sell in like 2 or 3 colors, because I'll be honest, I'm not going to go through like an entire lipstick. So having these little baby ones to travel with are so nice and easy. So love these. Okay. This was also an addition that I took with me, the lip injection. If you want your lips to look super plump, this stuff is intense. It's like rubbing like mint on your lips and like cinnamon, like everything to just look, oh, so intense. I will be honest, I probably used it maybe once or twice in our honeymoon, but I didn't really use it for the wedding. I stuck with everything else. But my cult favorite out of everything was MAC. So this one is MAC Russian Red. Oh man, look at that color. It's a blue red. It is so beautiful. Here, let me put it on there. Look at that. Oh my God. So I am one of these people that love like a bright red lipstick. So for the rehearsal, I didn't want to use red lip. They tell you not to use red lipstick in your wedding just because it smears off. So of course I didn't end up using that. But for the rehearsal, I lived my dream. I did my dream makeup wedding that I would have probably closer to done to my actual wedding makeup if I wanted to. But for the rehearsal dinner, there's nothing more beautiful than a white dress with red lips. So this holds like a really big memory in my heart because I used it for another wedding that I went to, and I just couldn't go without it. And I have a little guy of it, so I ended up taking that with me. But MAC Russian Red is the most beautiful color classic that you could use. So anyways, this was everything I used up, and I recommend for you for your wedding week, your wedding day, your rehearsal, whatever it may be. I hope it's beautiful, and I'm sure you will look beautiful. But anyways, I hope this helped. Again, I will link everything at the bottom. Please like and subscribe so other people could see it. I really enjoy doing this, and I think I'm going to be doing like a string of wedding videos, like things that I used there, what I wore, you know, anything like that that I found very helpful because I was looking for these kind of videos before I left. So I really hope you enjoy it. and I will see you in my next one. Bye, peeps.